two teams will be playing, but of course St. Mary's SS Kitende have the slightly upper hand because back home they do play their football on the AstroTurf. Amus College have also grown to those ranks, so they expect to at least have a fair match. Both teams have been on the collision course since last year's FEASSA games in Hue, Rwanda, where Kitende triumphed over Amus College in a nail-biting final. That was the penalties after a 1-1 draw in normal time. Well, Kitende shootout victory and them the East African crown, and of course Amus business will look forward to return the disfavor, and I'm pretty sure for the neutrals that will be music to their ears as the guard of honor is inspected. Of course, earlier this year the rivalry intensified a little bit during the Uganda Secondary School Sports Association games, that is in the USAD National Boys Football Championship way back in Masaka. And of course Amus College stunned the then defending champions Kitende, who had won 3 consecutive years. Well, that was quite a dramatic semi-final, winning 10-9. You could see that the two teams have been quite close when it comes to results. And looking at the leaderboards here on the statistics they've accumulated in this one, of course St. Mary's SS Kitende, after playing 4 games, managing to get 3 wins, 1 draw against Bukedia Comprehensive School, and didn't register any loss, and of course have scored 9 goals with conceding their Kitende quite solid at the back, and of course have collected and that goal was scored by Farouk Tumesije, and the 66th minute thereabout. A huge strike there it was for the young man, and did manage to power this St. Mary's side. But also does not talk badly, but of course you could see that Amus College did manage to pick up, or after 4 games played, they've managed to pick up 3 wins. With 3 goals scored against them. So in terms of solidity at the back, you see that St. Mary's SS Kitende have slightly an upper written all over this game. Of course, representation from across the country, where the central eastern part of the district is where we are. It is Amus at where playing on this AstroTurf as the two teams step out from the dugout to line up for these first formalities that normally precede football actions of this magnitude. The defending champions and 15 East African champions of the boys football, that is St. Mary's SS Kitende, are up against the co-hosts Amus College and St. Mary's ejected Kenya's Musingu High School to reach this level in the semi-finals, while Amus College ejected fellow co-hosts, that is Bukedia Comprehensive School, in the game that took the roof off at the Mbale Stadium, just for neutrality's sake. We are back here again, and it is the AstroTurf where these two teams will be playing, but of course St. Mary's SS Kitende have a slightly upper hand because back home they do play their football on the AstroTurf. Amus College have also grown to those ranks, so they expect to at least have a fair match. Both teams have been on the collision course since last year's FEASSA games in Huye, Rwanda, where Kitende triumphed over Amus College in a nail-biting final. That was the penalties after a 1-1 draw in normal time. Well, Kitende shootout victory and them the East African crown, and of course Amus business will look forward to return the disfavor, and I'm pretty sure for the neutrals that will be music to their ears as the guard of honor is inspected. Of course, earlier this year the rivalry intensified a little bit during the Uganda Secondary School Sports Association games, that is in the USA National Boys Football Championship way back in Masaka. And of course Amus College stunned the then defending champions Kitende, who had won 3 consecutive years. But that was quite a dramatic semi-final, winning 10-9. You could see that the two teams have been quite close when it comes to results. And looking at the leaderboards here on the statistics they've accumulated in this one, of course St. Mary's SS Kitende, after playing 4 games, managing to get 3 wins, 1 draw against Bukedia Comprehensive School, and didn't register any loss, and of course have scored 9 goals, with conceding their Kitende quite solid at the back, and of course have collected and that goal was scored by Farouk Tumesije, and the 66th minute thereabout. A huge strike there it was for the young man, and did manage to power this St. Mary's side. But also does not stroke badly, but of course you could see that Amus College did manage to pick up, or after 4 games played, they've managed to pick up 3 wins. With 3 goals scored against them. So in terms of solidity at the back, you see that St. Mary's SS was a little high-handed in his efforts of trying to win back possession. Oh, what an edition these FEASSA games have been, with the entire Africa watching. Agok Santos trying to tunnel his way past the Amus backline, but you can see the legs of steel and the hard work being put in. Good telepathy there, good build-up into the flanks, not getting there yet. Quite unlucky there in their efforts of trying to string that ball into the far side. St. Mary's SS Kitende were quite a different side yesterday as they ejected the single side from Kenya. You can see Lubega Christopher there playing safe. St. Mary's allowed a touch again as they continue making those runs. Now Farouk Tumwesije, the gentleman who got them off the hook yesterday, scoring that goal that did register their name among the finalists. 4 minutes already spent. St. Mary's SS Kitende 0, Amus College 0. And Amus College, who went on to clinch this year's national title, fueling anticipation for this year's FEASSA final, and they're finally here. So what can they do? Of course, when you talk about head-to-head records, St. Mary's SS Kitende slightly have an upper hand. But they're currently eyeing their, of course, revenge is the first thing on the agenda, but also the 16th title. These East African encounters. Long one up. Or draw in normal time. Well, Kitende shoot out a victory and them the East African crown, and of course Amus business will look forward to return the disfavor, and I'm pretty sure for the neutrals that will be music. These FEASSA games have been, with the entire Africa watching. Agok Santos trying to tunnel his way past the Amus back aggression. Touch on the ball again. Well, this has been the 7th time with which Uganda has, or with Uganda organizing. The last time was up north at the Laibi school, and now we've headed into the eastern part of the country. It's good to always see these games being quite rotational. St. Mary's hoping to drill through, but quite solid there. Push comes in handy. And the referee says it's going to be a free kick. Again, it will be St. Mary's SS Kitende. You can see that Isabu Gembe there, and his partner in that midfield, Simbi Abubakali, tentatively facing it rough from the Amusi players, who were quite in free-flowing mode yesterday against the Bukedia Comprehensive School, and trying to mount and counter-attack, but a little too off his wit there. Sekamate Alvin got that ball straight into his strides and failed to apply the brakes. This was quite a build-up to try and run behind the St. Mary's defense. Walusimbi started up sitting on the tip with Isabugembe. Started up sitting on the tip with Isabugembe and Ibra just playing that double pivot. Of course, you can understand the tactics of Coach Malé, giving so much freedom to Mutebi Hakim to put more brains onto it. So Wagala Ibra trying to change wing, finds Mukisa Simon, who in turn gets that ball up and finally finds Santos. Farouk. Kitende back into it, they throw that ball in the area. Mutebi Hakim with a touch now. Well, he's a very clever player, very skillful as well, and quite pacey. But will not be a problem for Sekamate Alvin, who throws that ball to the front as Amus College come forward. Can this be their chance to... Oh. And hesitated to just pass that ball. Could have just lead it back for one of his colleagues who was just making those late arrivals. And you don't have to be selfish in a final like this. You can get punished, especially when you're playing it topside like St. Mary's SS Kitende. Well, chances come and go. Well, this has been the 7th time with which Uganda has, or with Uganda organizing. And, the last time was up north at the Laibi school, and another exchange of passes. Alvin, lovely skip away, and Alvin pulled the trigger, but it came off a red shot. They're trying to protest their disapproval, but it's going to be a corner. Not satisfied, trying to assert that the last touch came off Alvin, but looks like St. Mary's in their efforts to challenge for that ball. They took a strong touch just to deny. Kim Mutebi looks to be the man who just had to backtrack and ensure that he puts a foot through to deny. Let's take a look at this corner, powered away. Good skill, long ball again up. More touches from Amus College. Walusimbi Abubakar not wanting any of that to commence or to continue. Now here they come, Farouk cutting through them like they don't exist, but finally they regroup to win that ball back. Alvin. Lovely skill there from the St. Mary's midfielders, trying to ensure that they control proceedings. And, kudos to Isabugembe and Sebagala Ibra. Kisa Simon. And, good dummy there from St. Mary's SS, who are seeing much of the ball as we speak. Was starting to open up. Agok Santos involved, but good reaction there from the defenders of Amus. With St. Mary's allowed a touch again. And, maybe the referee should have just left that one for advantage. St. Mary's had already committed to power forward, but it's a free kick nonetheless, and a chance for the St. Mary's side to try and try out a chance from a free kick situation. Our conversations continue in the stands, where the of course the scales in terms of support are tilted a lot more in favor of Amus College up this Amus Hill. They are the co-hosts of these FEASSA games. Up north at the Laibi School, and now we've headed into the eastern part of the country, featuring an element of live broadcast has been introduced, and maybe it could be the standard now that is set in these FEASSA games. Well, that's where we are already headed. It's an international tournament, so you expect levels to go as high as they have gone in this 21st edition, but a free kick, very unlike of Walusimbi, just lazily put a foot onto it just to finish the job, really, but not to get to any intention there. And, Amus College will have a sigh of relief. Mary's backline or goal area. Farouk Tumwesije manages to poke a foot through, and sending that ball into one of his red colleagues. Hakim Mutevi was tempting a cut back there, but the ball was hoofed or deflected away. So it will be a throw into St. Mary's. Mutevi will get more help from being introduced, and maybe it could be the standard now that is set in these FEASSA games. Well, that's where we are already headed. It's an international tournament, so you expect levels to go as high as they have gone in this 21st edition, but a free Santos. No touches allowed to these gallant men in red. St. Mary's SS trying to deal their way through, but Amus College can sometimes be dangerous on the counter, and it was a clever, sometimes they call those professional fouls, clever one just to deny this young gentleman from making that piercing run. He's one of those players you have to marshal up every time he gets on the ball. Has to be under 24-hour surveillance. Long ball up, and just straight away goes to the goalkeeper. St. Mary's SS Kitende are not known for their high-scoring prowess, but of course they are known for doing the business, as Amus College have a chance here, but just failed to keep it in and get on that ball first. But it was quite a good block there from the Amus side. St. Mary's now try to gun for that goal area. Farouk, good touches there. Lovely interceptions. Amus College also showing strength. Trying to look for Alvin. Managing to retain possession, taking too much or too many touches on the ball. You could see the discussion between the referee and Sebagala Ibra in regard to the recent incident that had just happened. Of course, discipline has to be called, and the referee making sure that emphasis on discipline is very high on the agenda. Couple of touches in that midfield. St. Mary's SS Kitende being the dominant force. You could see that the efforts to try and ask the necessary questions currently falling on deaf ears. No one really allowing access easy. No touches allowed to these gallant men in red. St. Mary's SS trying to deal their way through, but Amus College can sometimes be dangerous on the counter. And it was a clever... Sometimes they call those professional fouls. A clever one just to deny this young... Long one up. Can't find Yellow. Yellow gets onto it. That is Amus College. Dancing around and trying to ensure that they slowly slide up front. Alvin taking too long to close down space. He waited for that ball. Should have just stepped up a few paces up front. You can't really properly anticipate your opponent's move. Cross in. Oh, Amus College back on the ball, and now it is they who come forward. Isavu Gembe there, and Sebagala, the two double pivots by coach Daniel Malay, allowed to roam a little bit sometimes, but bit of a frustration look, or frustrated look from Toto Majib, the captain of this Amus College side. It's going to be a touches allowed to these gallant men in red. St. Mary's SS trying to deal their way through, but Amus College can sometimes be dangerous on the counter. And it was a clever... Sometimes they call those professional fouls. A clever one just to deny this young gentleman from pressing side. You don't have to take too many touches on the ball, and that was one of the undoing factors for this young man, Bashir Mansour. Could have mounted a good counter-attack if he had just released that ball a little too early. Allowed the Smarkists to regroup, and Walusimbi there just getting that ball off him. It looked like a good setup, but gaps have been closed. You love the fact that St. Mary's SS Kitende know exactly how to spread themselves across the field and get everyone under surveillance. No one with the ball is allowed a touch or two, especially when you're not intentional in terms of getting it forward. This is where the plot is lost, as Sabu Gembe trying to power himself forward. Mansour comes in the mix. It's Mansour who gets the ball off him, and as to why this young man left the ball to roll outside. Long ball up. Walusimbi. Heavy touch. This could be trouble as they continue to come. Walusimbi was trying to buffer up. Faruk Tumwesije dropping a little deeper in midfield again. Mansour now trying to ask those questions. One of those highly clever players. Might be looking at the first yellow card of the game. So everyone trying to plead for mercy, but the Looks like the Tanzanian referee has already made his decision. This is where it all got nasty in efforts to try and win back the ball. Very clumsy there it was. Mukisa Simon just going for the leg instead of the ball. Trying again to plead his innocence, but the incident was just in front of the referee. There's no way he was going to talk himself out of the very culpable incident that has just happened. So it will be a free kick to Amus College. Very desperate for a goal, Amus, with revenge written all over this fixture. The two sides have met each other on several finals, with St. Mary's SS Kitende sometimes coming out strong. Can Amus College make a good response? Ball in the area, headed off, and this could be a trouble chance. It's the woodwork and back in play. That was one of the undoing factors for this young man, Bashir Mansour. Could have mounted a good counter-attack if he had just released that ball a little too early. Allowed the Smarkists to regroup, and Walusimbi there just getting that ball off him. It looked like a good setup, but gaps have been closed. You love the fact that St. Mary's SS Kitende know exactly how to spread themselves across the field and get everyone under surveillance. No one with the ball is allowed a touch or two, especially when you're not intentional in terms of getting it forward. This is where the plot is lost, as Sabugembe trying to power himself forward. Mansour comes in the mix. It's Mansour who gets the ball off him, and as to why this young man left the ball to roll outside. Long ball up. Walusimbi. Heavy touch. This could be trouble as they continue to come. Walusimbi was trying to buffer up. Faruk Chumwesije dropping a little deeper in midfield again. Mansour now trying to ask those questions. One of those highly clever players. And, might be looking at the first yellow card of the game. So everyone trying to plead for mercy, but looks like the Tanzanian referee has already made his decision. This is where it all got nasty in efforts to try and win back the ball. Very clumsy there it was. Mukisa Simon just going for the leg instead of the ball. Trying again to plead his innocence, but the incident was just in front of the referee. There's no way he was going to talk himself out of the very culpable incident that has just happened. So it will be a free kick to Amus College. Very desperate for a goal, Amus, with revenge written all over this fixture. The two sides have met each other on several finals, with St. Mary's SS Kitende sometimes coming out strong. Can Amus College make a good response? Ball in the area, headed off, and this could be a trouble chance. It's the woodwork and back in play. That was one of the undoing factors for this young man, Bashir Mansour. Could have mounted a good counter-attack if he had just released that ball a little too early. Allowed the Smarkists to regroup, and Walusimbi there just getting that ball off him. Almost looked like it looked like a good setup, but gaps have been closed. You love the fact that St. Mary's SS Kitende know exactly how to spread themselves across the field and get everyone. Appeals for handball, all of those looking like they won't come through, as the referee doesn't really make the call. Player on the ground. Referee comes through to ensure that the player in question gets a proper look into his health. The Tanzanian referee urged to pull out a yellow card. I'm sure it's going to be a yellow card. We just have to find out who is the culprit in question. Here from hindsight, you could see that it was this young man, Bashir Mansour. Never mind the fact that he quickly fled the crime scene. He was called culprit of that club's play. It wasn't really unwarranted for what Bashir Mansour did, but nonetheless he gets himself into the referee's yellow book. The Tanzanian man trying to get more words of caution to the young Amus rising star. It's going to be a free kick to St. Mary's SS Kitende. You could see the some of the fans enjoying the views from the rocky terrain around this place. I think it's one of the revelations that most of the tourists who have come for this FEASSA edition have managed to take a glimpse of. Ball in the area, a touch, hits the woodwork again. And the referee there says doesn't really make the call. Player on the ground. Referee comes through to ensure that the player in question gets a proper look into his health. Long ball in, and a couple of red shots going out, but goalkeeper being it's a more clever on the reflex. Walker there playing with fire, trying to slowly restart this one, but almost gave the ball away to Agok Santos on a silver plate. It's the boys football final in this 21st edition of the FEASSA Games 2024, and the two sides who met in Rwanda in the previous edition come back here to grace the 21st edition with another bout that we are yet to ascertain who exactly will come out on top, but they have to play their hearts out. This is the finals. But what a roller coaster of an event. We did love the fact that almost some of those sensitive sectors have really gotten a fair deal. Talk about the sports sector, talk about the business sector, and also the tourism sector. All of those cashing in on the activities here. But the finals being the climax of the entire event. Lovely quick retrieval there, and Amus College have a plot, but a little too fast for Mansour to catch up with. He's been forced to change wing, Mansour. Maybe that's all due to the fact that his head was lost on the other part of the field. So coming back here, or drifting a little into the wide positions, will definitely speak volumes as to what exactly the coach Nimrod Kinto is trying to do. Heavy touch, but the ball just goes outside. Oh, one of the positives that were registered or that were noticed by the Parliament of Uganda after the 6th edition was the fact that the infrastructure development skyrocketed in Gulu after the hosting of the 6th edition of the FEASSA Games. I'm sure the same has been true across East Africa for the different countries and different regions that have been able to host these FEASSA Games. But of course, business and other things were noted in that report. We just have to wait and see what this report will note, especially fronted by the Ministry of Education and Sport. Good ball through, but heavy touch. St. Mary's on it. Kisa Simon was scanning around. Remember, he's already on a yellow card. Earlier on trying to plead his case, but you can see the clever play there from the Amus defenders just to send that ball into the corner, because Santos Agok was just hounding and breathing down everyone's neck in that Amus defense. That was a clever play by the Amus defender. Davis, that ball is quickly cleared away. Amus win it back again. Slowly now, get back into the center. And they try to open up. Can they get on the ball? Yes, they can. And Brian John tries to get in an in-swinger, but numerically you can see that 4 defenders were just looking at that ball with only one. Well, it's the boys football final in this it's a good long ball, but headed away, and there is not much clarity on how they should handle themselves. But Amus College take back charge. Quick link-up play, plot decoded and deciphered there by St. Mary's SS Kitende. Farouk Tumwesije slicing his way past the yellow shots, and another try that will surely just those sensitive sectors have really gotten a fair deal. Talk about the sports sector, talk about the business sector, and also the tourism sector. All of those are cashing in on the activities here. Abdulrazak Musamir, just have to really get to see what exactly happened to him. Toto Majib just getting us back on restart. Mansour can't really carry that ball forward, and St. Mary's back onto it. Sabu Gembe linking up well with the likes of Akim Mutebi. Lovely there from Walusimbi, drawing it back into the flanks to Farouk Tumwesije, who now comes forward and is keeping away from everyone. The referee waves away, and everyone thought that was going to have a decision, but good their decision making from the referee, who was not going to fall for anything like that. Sebagala, Ibra and Isamu Gembe, the two players sitting in that midfield. Of course, it's some good still, just having Walusimbi just sitting on the tip of that triangle. Kigoye Ronald trying to get Sebagala involved. Farouk with a touch, Walusimbi with a touch. This looks like Walusimbi is the one who's been given freedom, as Hakim Mutebi trying to power his way forward. Agok Santos was waiting on a silver plate for that ball to come in. It's a clever play from the defenders, the likes of Lubuka and Majib, to marshal up that area, just to ensure that not even a mosquito will squeeze through, as the officials there signal 2 minutes added onto the fixture. Ball in the area, and Santos had already towered above Mansour. You can see that the control by Isamu Gembe is starting to pay off. Coach Daniel Malay there being very clever in his deployment. Of course, doesn't want to have a repeat of yesterday's free-flowing run. A goalkeeper there having to be, or gotten to work a little to just keep that one out. And St. Mary's looking eager to going into break time with something. Walusimbi there opening fire just outside the 18-yard box. Was a clever move there from Farouk, just to try and set him up a little, to try and go for that near post. Walker will get that ball up and running. Of course, referee cutting that progression shot, as we're now looking at just a few seconds to the end of this first 40 minutes. Sees the fact that the arrangement in these FEASSA games is to see the teams play 40 minutes apiece. Mansour doesn't really get a proper grip, and the referee says it's time to take a break. Well, of course, both teams coming close on several encounters, but not really managing to get that all-important goal that can help them at least put a foot forward. But you can see that at halftime the record, or the scoreline, reads St. Mary's SS Kitende 0 and Amus College also 0. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll be giving you more from the second half.
City Elbow Festival is ready for you September from 6 to 8. We shall be having a beautiful experience in the unity and all shall be showcasing of foreign activities such as culture parade, culture competitions, pool fighting, African fusion fashion shows, and artist performances, all in the cultural culture and history museum in the city. Entrance is available.
You are watching FUFA TV, the home of Ugandan sport. Must watch on FUFA TV.
Delivery. Oh! In the additional minutes, in the dying minutes, just for another point.
Natandika okwagira omupiira nga nyina emyaka 8.
Amanyi mulina mangi obuwagizi mulina bungi
n'akasente tulina eri mukinjaji alya doodo
Uganda tuve ku tiimu ya Man U ne Arsenal, Messi ne Ronaldo, tujja naffe tuwagire ku bintu ebyaffe ebya wano.
mwenna gye muli tiimu zammwe muzaagale.
Must watch Vuvuzela every Sunday, 12 p.m. live on FUFA TV, the home of Ugandan sport. Must watch on FUFA TV.
Goalkeeper out of his line, just through, dropping ball! What a finish!
Want to catch up with what's happening with your favorite team?
As Joe Young used to do, we want to prepare a team which can really play in the senior side in years to come.
From the line, of course.
Maybe missed the game during the week.
A shot here! It hits the poster!
Want to hear what the coaches actually said?
Teri ajja kulaba mupiira tiimu ya Brian gwetendeka n'avaawo nga asibye mitaafu.
Maybe see a different angle of that classic goal that broke the internet.
Brighton Ukane, it's dropping! Oh! My word! Speechless, speechless, speechless!
Make a date to watch the Action Climax, the only show in the land where you get a chance to recap all your weekly sports events with a cascade of all the action, goals, celebrations, and trophy moments compressed in just 1 hour every Monday at 8 p.m. on FUFA TV.
The home of Ugandan sport.
Education is at the heart of achieving your dreams.
When I grow up, I want to become a professional doctor,
a bishop,
soldier, a midwife, pharmacist,
Speaker of Parliament of Uganda.
I want to become an engineer in future.
Welcome to Bukedia Comprehensive School, where we believe in the transformative power of quality education. We are dedicated to nurturing and empowering every child to reach their full potential and turn their dreams into reality. We offer a wide range of educational paths, including arts and sciences at both O and L levels, as well as vocational training in computer science, tailoring, hairdressing, mechanics, carpentry, construction, and more. Our school provides a supportive and nurturing environment where students can thrive and grow. At Bukedia Comprehensive, we encourage our students to explore, discover, and develop critical thinking skills, preparing them for success in an ever-changing world. Invest in your child's future with Bukedia Comprehensive School. Find us 33 kilometers along the Mbale Kumi Highway in Bukedia Town Council, Bukedia District. Bukedia Comprehensive School, where knowledge meets innovation.
Football has the power to change society, and whenever a community has access to a ball and playground, football stars are made. FUFA set itself a target of extending the game to every homestead, and it is upon this background that the idea of having an official match ball that would cater for its competitions and beyond was made. Taking football to every homestead requires that every young girl and boy has access to a ball across the country. The rationale is that more touches the player has on the ball, the better they become at mastering it.
As a footballer, it is very important for any footballer to be equipped with the ball, and to play football, to do anything else,
That did manage to power this St. Mary's side. Also does not talk badly, but of course you could see that Amus College did manage to pick up.
Zakayo has been made with consideration of the latest trends in terms of texture, design, durability, and flight. Zakayo has features of the three colors of the Ugandan flag, black, yellow, and red, that stand for ethnicity, abundant sunshine, and brotherhood. The molded texture on the ball's outer skin is designed to offer consistent flight, rate of spin, and speed.
This is a very good initiative from FUFA. It is a very nice ball, very good. I've played it, but good texture, so comfortable on the board. When you take a shot, it goes the direction you want it to go. Very nice ball. I think the boys are going to enjoy it so much, those who take really strong shots. I wish I was still playing. I was going to take so many shots with this ball. It's really good and a nice ball, and I thank FUFA for this initiative.
There has been extensive experiment of Zakayo on different grounds, including bare pitches, and the texture is suitable to last long enough. Zakayo, the pride.
Must watch on FUFA TV. Must watch The Podium every Monday, 10 p.m. live on FUFA TV, the home of Ugandan sport. You are watching FUFA TV, the home of Ugandan sport. Must watch on FUFA TV.
Delivery. Oh! In the additional minutes, in the dying minutes, just for another point.
Natandika okuwagira omupiira nga nyina emyaka 8.
Amanyi mulina mangi obuwagizi mulina bungi n'akasente tuyina. Teri mukinjaji alya doodo.
Uganda tuve ku timu ya Man U na Arsenal, Messi ne Ronaldo tujja naffe tuwagire ku bintu ebyaffe ebya wano.
Mwenna gye muli timu zammwe muzaagale.
Must watch Vuvuzela every Sunday, 12 p.m. live on FUFA TV, the home of Ugandan sport. Must watch on FUFA TV.
That goalkeeper out of his line, just through, dropping ball! What a finish!
Want to catch up with what's happening with your favorite team?
As Jogo Young used to do, we want to prepare a team which can really play in the senior side.
To their ears as the guard of honor is inspected. Of course, earlier this year, the rivalry intensified a little bit during the Uganda Secondary School Sports Association Games. That is in the USA National Boys Football Championship way back in Masaka. And of course, Amus College stunned the then defending champion. Well, of course, expectations going a little up in this second half, but you can already see the changes. Idi Juma coming through and starting strong there to take as many touches as he can as Amus College continue to force their way through, but St. Mary's Kitende still creating that very all-important buffer. Manso and Court trying to ensure that they get that ball up, and someone brought down to the ground, so the referee will surely give that free kick, and he has already given nonetheless. A couple of yards away from the 18-yard box, and where damage can be caused. Well, if you're not yet aware of what is going on here, it is the boys football final, and long ball in. Amus College hoping to get a touch. Touch they did get, but not with good precision. And that ball not going where this young man sharply wanted it, and their chance being wasted by the Amus side. They had good deployments in that 18-yard box. You could see the free kick being floated inside, and on second touch there's no way that ball was going to be guided from such an angle. Hopefully they have to think about something different again. Lovely skip away, and this man has been quite an inclusion ever since coming on. That is Idi Juma. And here they come, Amus College, hoping to drill their way. Goalkeeper reacting quickly there. Mugira Steven. St. Mary's SS Kitende currently on the back foot as we do a restart on this second half. And now a chance for them to come flying forward. And you could see that Walusimbi and Ko trying to link up play with each other, but return ball there just going over and above Hakim Mutebi. Just put too much power on that ball. I didn't really get it where I'm sure he had imagined in his head. Well, sometimes football is a game of imaginations, and how you imagine your grip on the game can really impact on how you go through. And starting strong there to take as many touches as he can as Amus College continue to force their way through, but St. Mary's Kitende still creating that very all-important buffer. Mansour and Lusimbi to try and set up Hakim Mutebi as more red shirts warm up now on the touchline, getting ready to come on. Well, it's just 3 minutes into it. I'm not sure I understand what Coach Daniel Malay is trying to remedy here. But of course, we just always have to see. And you could see Oliminyara coming in the place of Walusimbi. And we just have to wait and see who Arafat and Kola is replacing. And it's going to be this man, Agok Santos, who steps off. St. Mary's back on the ball. Quick touch there. Arafat hoping to lay it out for the new entrant, Olimi. At Amus College reacting very quickly there to clear their lines. They haven't been allowed any decent touches in the last 2 minutes. Maybe that is something they are hoping to improve. Well, this is exactly what the crowd does love. Abdu Razak Muzamir trying to dance around on that wide area, and a challenge on the man who's just stepped on the pitch, Arafat. You could see that it was Toto Majib, the captain of this Amus College, trying to plead his innocence or to protest the decision. The assistant referee had already gotten his flag up, and it's a free kick, more or less close to where corners are taken. So that's why you could see even the save for the wall that has been erected, the two-man wall. You could see the standing position is almost the same as one you would expect when a free kick is taken. St. Mary's SS were very lucky in the previous USA games, where they did get one lucky one from a corner positioning. Olimi taking too much time to put brains onto it. And I didn't really think that he was going to hit it up in the clouds, but that's where he powered it. The new man, first contributions. Well, I'm sure he's one of those who is brought on with the intentions of getting the right movement. Amus have enjoyed a couple of touches now, and failing to link up with Mansour, who intentionally had tried to drift away. Mansour goes down to the ground. Referee gives a free kick. Well, it was quite destructive to Bukedia Comprehensive School yesterday in the semi-finals, as they did eject the same team. Here they come, Amos. Can they try something from such proximities? Couple of touches inside the... Oh, in the back of the net! straight into the roof. Oh, what a build up to this one. Oh, came from nowhere. And when it was all said and done, well, how he managed to get that target right. Surely it was something special to light up the Amus College stands. Oh, you talk about strikes. This is quite something. Well, just stood up there on the edge and got that ball straight into the roof. Couple of touches were made. For a moment you saw that coming, especially when that ball was played in, deflected wide, and just stood up, just saw the goalkeeper off his mark and hit it with good precision into the roof. All the trouble was caused here. And the second touch allowed this gentleman to just power that ball in the back of the net. Just take a look again. Ball hit it in his direction, and you could see that Abdulrazak Muzamir had his target practice right and just placed it right above the goalkeeper, who stretched to try and keep it out. But nonetheless, it is celebrations that currently take center stage here at the Amus College School Hill, as Amus College School now take the lead with that ferocious strike. They are leading St. Mary's SS Kitende 1-0. Well, of course, the big question will be, can St. Mary's SS Kitende respond ferociously? They are very capable of that, so it is perhaps something that Amus College have to keep in mind, but nonetheless, they are the ones up front. Now here comes Mutebi Hakim, trying to rail that one through, but well, you love the fact that Alubuka just stepped into the tracks, and Mansour. It is starting to get interesting here. Amus College, Mansour trying to get to that ball first before Mukisa Simon did, but Mukisa Simon had properly read play here and made sure that he closed down spaces just when that ball was flowing through. Couple of exchanges. Now St. Mary's SS Kitende is starting to get serious about this fixture, and they will continue to hound Amus College for possession, and it also is getting animated as we are seeing something unfootball-like. Referee allowing a quick touch. Ball in the area. Players being tumbling here as they try to challenge for that ball. Well, you can hear volume levels starting to get a little bit up. In need of a quick response. St. Mary's SS Kitende up against the side they've met quite a number of times. Never mind the fact that St. Mary's SS have been the dominant factor in that regard, but these finals tend to change lots of things. Hakim Mutebi hounded off, not allowed a second touch. Mansour comes in the mix, or gives the ball away and goes down to the ground. It looks like he was hit in a place that is quite a little sensitive. Currently rolling off the ground. Well, I'm not sure whether the incident itself was culpable, but you could see many of the players from both sides regrouping, tempers starting to flare, and sharp words being exchanged. If you are looking at the action closely. Well, just to remind you, this is the finals of the FEASSA games, the football or the boys football bout, and St. Mary's SS Kitende, who are currently trailing Amus College School 1-0. Well, in terms of support, the Amus side is a little bit always having a little upper hand. But we just have to wait and see whether this man is able to get back up on his feet. This is where everything went wrong, and that shielding of the ball is maybe the cause. And Issa Bukembe there with a shielding, and did catch Mansu badly there, as was trying to ensure that he wins back that ball possession. Some of the locals here showing their happiness after that strike by Abdul Razak Muzamil. Well, Lubika trying to get a quick start, but ball is quickly intercepted and a kick. Surely the referee has to have a look at this incident again. Well, discipline levels are starting to dwindle. St. Mary's SS Kitende need to keep their heads together. They need to make sure that they have their wits about themselves. Finals tend to get the worst out of players, especially when they are on the back foot, and this man is the latest to go into the referee's yellow book. Sevagala Ibra has rather been composed, he and his colleague in midfield, that is Issa Bukembe, but this kick here surely would not have escaped the referee's eye. Hussein Sharif being the victim, as Ibra Sevagala being the culprit. Efforts to win back the ball, and you can understand the frustration on the faces of the St. Mary's players. The locals can't stop dancing. They know they are in the lead, and they will continue to celebrate in each and every way you can imagine. Yeah, you have confirmation on the yellow card. It's Sevagala Ibra. So he won't be having so much freedom to man that area quite well, given the nature of attacks that Amus College are starting to amount. But like I told you, it's going to be dancing should Amus College walk away with this one. Just expect grooving all night long. For the first time, very first time, they're having a big event like this, the entire East Africa here in their own backyard, and that surely speaks volumes to what they've really ripped out of this entire arrangement. Of course, I did tell you about the tourism that has been happening around this area, and not forgetting the business element to each and everything that has happened. People selling from things as foodstuffs to anything you can imagine. It's been quite a cocktail of activity here as we get back to the action. St. Mary's SS Kitende, Kim Motebi dropping a little deeper, starting to ask those many questions. Hounded off the ball, but referee allows action to continue. And you could see signaling that no harm was done there. St. Mary's SS not known for trailing any team, and they will continue to fight for dear life in this one. We're looking at now just a few minutes, and Amus fans, I'm sure they're looking at the 57th minute as being a little too. Manso manages to poke a leg through, and this could be trouble, but a quick reaction there from the goalkeeper, Mugira Steven, just being good to help him stand in front of him in the ball. Long one up, and efforts to get a touch, not yielding fruit. Manso has been quite an element, especially coming off the flanks. We've seen a lot less of Farouk Tumwesije there, and you can see that change is already being made, and this man will come in his place. It's Leonard Casagna now being fancied ahead of Farouk. Mansour, handful player, now coming through, twisting and turning. Mansour gives the ball back into the wings, and this is trouble. Took a quick touch there, should have just held on a little to that ball. Abdullah Zak, but chose to shoot from distance. I'm not sure he was quite in the know that he could power that ball from such a distance. But St. Mary's SS Kitende now, player on the ground, Luoka will have to get a visit from the referee, but this gentleman is starting to look like a man who's playing in the final. It was actually this young man, Davis Busolwa, who, instead of just holding on to that ball a little bit tighter, chose to want to shoot directly at the goalkeeper with not enough strength. But Hussein Sharif looks to be down on the ground. He was trying to challenge that second touch. Well, these are the FEASSA Games, the Federation of East African School Sports Association Games 2024. Uganda being the host nation, and Bukedia district being the host district, while Amus College and Bukedia Comprehensive School being the host campuses. We'll just have to get a report from the medical team after this incident and see if this young man is able to continue. Doesn't really look to be in fine health, but he will have his health looked into. This is where it all got nasty for him, and you could see the efforts to try and challenge for that ball. And so the landing was not as good as what you would have wanted, and just landed a little bit poorly there. Well, action is being given a green light to restart again. Slight push on Sewagala, but this is where St. Mary's can get dangerous. They're not used to being on the back foot. Lovely ball in the wings. A good cross in, looking for a red shot. Contact there was made, but no one there to make a good turn. And the goalkeeper there, congratulated by his colleagues. Ben Sinalia, on a second dive, was able to confine that ball, but they're just left with 20 minutes now. Can Amus College skip the line or get their desire after the 20 minutes? That's something they have to answer with the style of play. Of course, a second goal is very much high on the agenda as we speak for Amus College, who just need that just to cushion that lead. But otherwise, St. Mary's SS Kitende look like they are mounting a response which doesn't look very far away and could come anytime sooner. Quick touches there. Space is being closed up, but a free kick given by the referee. Couple of yards. You can see the involvement of this man, Arafat Nkola. And colleagues about trying to suffocate the Amus College defense. We just have to wait and see how this free kick goes about. But just in case you're just rejoining us, Amus College currently are in the lead. Ball played there in the area, no red shot to challenge. Mansour cannot clear it away. Still hovering about. Olimi trying to get it through, but Lubuka doing enough to kick it away. Issa Bugembe. Lovely to try and bring Olimi into action. And Amus reacting quickly. It's a quick throw in, and you got Steven there trying to throw that ball far. This time round, it's Abugembe, the one taking charge with the throw in the area. St. Mary's SS not afraid to get a scrappy one. Goalkeeper took a touch. It's going to end up into a corner. Opportunity there avails itself to get something from a corner situation. More changes being signaled there by the assistant referee. You could see everyone in yellow and every supporter of Amus College School sitting on the edges of their seat. They're now starting to see time running slowly. They need something to be a catalyst, but Ibra Sevagala taken off in the place of Vincent Ayevale. More energy, more ideas, more skills, more fault lines being required here to save the day for this St. Mary's side, but clever play there from Mokisa Simon to win another throw-in. I'm sure that ball will be delivered straight away into the 18-yard box. Sabugembe, long throw. Everyone hoping for a red shot to take a touch, but it's still in the confines of the St. Mary's side. Amus College managing to win that ball back. Well, surely that ball had not at all touched a little outside. And Mansour was really done by the fact that he scooped that ball. Let's just have a second look. This is where it all got close. It had just on the line, but maybe not in proper position. The assistant there to make the call, but Amus College, Mansour tries to tunnel through. Definitely has options from the left to the right, and options beginning to pay off, but it was always going to be a tall order to run past Mokisa Simon, and just got in the way. Oliminyara wanting to get the better of the two Amus players, is capable of doing that. Mansour has been quite an element, especially coming off the flanks. We've seen a lot less of Farouk Tumwesije there, and you can see that changes already being made, and this man will come in his place. It's Leonard Casagna now being fancied ahead of Farouk. Mansour, handful player, now coming through, twisting and turning. Mansour gives the ball back into the wings, and this is trouble. Took a quick touch there, should have just held on a little to that ball. Abdullah Zak, but chose to shoot from distance. I'm not sure he was quite in the know that he could power that ball from such a distance. But St. Mary's SS Toto Majib to clear that one away off the lines. Another long throw, and still the same man fancied to deliver that one in that box area. Everyone going up, including the goalkeeper, who has an advantage of hands. Ben Sinalia. Good advantage to him as he went in full flight, but a change. Amus College, Owalamu. He's the man, Owalamu, who comes on. Well, everyone taking time to see how things go, but this man has been the one on the receiving end of many of the challenges from the opposite direction. You love his injection of pace and use of energy. It was a handful yesterday. He's just trying to make a repeat of what he has been showcasing throughout this entire FEASSA Games 2024, the 21st edition, but will be stretching, or will be stretched off by the team doctors. I just have to wait and see if he's... we just will be waiting to hear the doctor's report. Well, currently being taken off, and will get treatment on the sidelines. Well, of course, trying to decipher the heckling from the supporters who are saying that St. Mary's are having a sigh of relief after Mansour has been stretched off. I'm not sure how true that is. But, all I know is that St. Mary's SS Kitende are desperate to getting that goal that brings them back in the picture. They haven't really needed proper touches. The rocky terrain here at the Amus Hill being occupied by fans from all around this area. A mixture of those that travelled with their teams from East Africa, from the rest of the East African countries, to the locals here. Everyone fighting to take a glimpse of the action. The skies are clear and so very attractive in regard to what is currently happening. And you could see the numbers hitting the roof as they try to sit up in the canopies of this beautiful terrain. Been taking a tour myself, but we love the fact that it's quite rocky and it's a mixture of green and rock. Ball in. More trouble continues to loom for Amus as St. Mary's SS Kitende will definitely win this corner kick. Kasanya Leonard, he's trying to tunnel his way through. That ball had touched a little outside. A good call there from the referee. And sending a round of applause in the stands where the huge numbers are currently enjoying the action of these boys football finals in these FEASSA games. We do have another final today in the girls football, and of course it will be St. Noah up against Butere Girls. St. Noah from Uganda up against Butere Girls, high school from Kenya. And of course I'm sure that one will also take the roof off. It will be at another campus at the Bukedia Comprehensive Stadium, our opening stadium for these FEASSA games. So final after final after final. And of course St. Mary's SS Kitende have won themselves a free kick. Well, many of the ladies and gentlemen, the locals here, have really enjoyed the FEASSA edition. It was a really interesting season for them, having an international arrangement in their area. Good ball in, and straight away arrowed past the goalkeeper and past the face of goal nonetheless. So they have to try out any opportunity from any angle. Anything you think about is very important at the moment. We're looking at only 8 minutes of normal time as St. Mary's SS Kitende, the defending champions of the FEASSA games. Well, they've been waxing lyrical how they are very good on the AstroTurf. They play on the AstroTurf back at the St. Mary's Stadium. And currently playing on the AstroTurf, something that is very new uphill here. And of course, Amus College have now got comfortable playing on that very new surface. Well, the Parliament of Uganda did make a report in after the 2017 FEASSA games that took place in Gulu, and many things were written about that, including the business effect that was highly charged. A couple of this, it's a bit of a scuffle here, and a yellow card there being flashed. I'm not sure I understand what Leonard Kosanya is trying to have exchange between himself and the referee, but discipline has to be very paramount as we are looking at these last 7. You don't want to derail action for your side in any way. You want to surely make sure that your head is in proper position and not having any pullbacks with the referee, so that you can really try and play for advantage. Hussein Sharif there, hounded off by the referee. Ball in, this is where they get dangerous. Trying to go up in the air, St. Mary's SS Kitende. We're hoping to drill this one as hard as they could have, but luck not being the best signing they've had. And of course it was above the substitution. Ijosiga Modashio replacing Hussein Sharif. And of course the referee was trying to point Sharif to the nearest exit. He thought that he was going to walk all the distance from the goal area to the technical bench, but the referee there being clever as St. Mary's continue to knock on that door heavy. They want to ask those questions, but again forgetting that ball in the efforts of doing that. Luboka going for safety first. And of course Hussein Sharif there going into the referee's yellow book, getting confirmation. And now Amus College, and they do have 2 against 3, holding on tight to that one. Can they try to make a repeat? Abdul Razak, whatever he was trying to do, it's only him who can explain. But he definitely had Mansour coming off the flanks. Could have just continued exchanging passes with his colleague. And of course, good to see Ijosiga Modashu also making contributions. St. Mary's SS go forward. Now looking at only 4 minutes. Long one, and miscue there, but Red Shirts not pouncing on it again. Safety first. Well, you could see the VIP section properly filled up also here at the Amus Stadium. There's a couple of dignitaries who come to ensure that they do land this plane. It will be awarding medals after these trophy moments, all things that come along with the finals. But at the moment, St. Mary's SS asking those questions. They want to get through. Olimi Nyara dancing his way, but hasn't been given access. Ball floated it through, and can't land where the red shirts want it. Still unlucky again. Well, they are desperate to see how they can at least squeeze a goal. But sometimes they've been unlucky, sometimes it hasn't been good execution, sometimes it's just been overzealous and too much energy on the ball, hitting that ball with too much venom. And you could see the Amus College School AstroTurf. Now Amus, and the young man going down just when he was trying to engage another heavy gear to try and create more overloads for this St. Mary's side. Looking at only now 2 minutes left on normal time, and this fixture is definitely far from over. St. Mary's SS Kitende are capable of asking questions. Our goalkeeper reacting quickly. Ben Sinalia there coming out as quickly as he could to get that ball under his confinement. Lovely as they float forward again. Amus College, can they get that all-important strike? It just goes across. Oh! Well, sometimes you have to be very careful when you're trying to chase the other side, but this is where it all happened, and that ball, the kick itself, just getting it past. Now St. Mary's. It's going to be a throw into Amus College. We're just holding there now. They are keeping their fingers crossed. They want to see off this one. They're currently the ones who are having multiple attacks against their colleagues from Kampala. Now St. Mary's, and again trying to knock heavy, but hounded off, not allowed a second, third touch. Good ball floated through. Red shirts about, no one there to challenge. They get back on the ball, but they lose possession. Another dash in, and player on the ground. Referee there will say it will be a free kick. Well, they're starting to get now Navi for St. Mary's SS Kitende. We're just having to wait how many minutes the referee will be adding onto this fixture, but the two sides standing pound to pound, shoulder to shoulder, though Amus College currently having a slightly upper age. Yeah, very much into the very last seconds of this normal 80 minutes. Mansu brought in the picture again. Can he cause more trouble? Can he land this plane well? And Mansu sends that square ball in. And again, they do not retain possession. It's going to be a goal kick to St. Mary's SS Kitende. 4 minutes have been added by the referee, but what a player this man is proving to be. He's grown confident by each and every minute that has been cascading on in this fixture. And of course, St. Mary's SS Kitende desperate for a response. Can they get that all-important goal that brings them back in the picture? Ball hoofed away with ease. And you could see the reaction there from Mugira to try and push that ball a little bit higher up, but his effort, see that ball slide into the hands of Ben Sinalia, the Amus College School goalkeeper. Ball back in the skies. This man is going to be quite handy in trying to... Goalkeeper there dancing with fire. A little Mansour steps up and goes down to the ground. Nonetheless, according to the referee's flag, it has to be a throw in to St. Mary's SS Kitende. Well, they are trying to force him up, but the referee is looking to be uninterested in all this time-wasting trickery. Good ball in, floated inside, but Lubuka with a quick header and cleared away. Still in the air, disturbing the peace of the birds. But finally back on the ground. Simon Mukisa. Now St. Mary's SS Kitende looking for a chance. Can they force more time in this fixture? And a strike there, hitting a brick wall. Player on the ground, referee will surely close spaces to take a look. And of course, Issa Bugembe will be giving us a throw in. Into the 3rd minute of added time. Waiting to see how this one will be landed. Can St. Mary's SS Kitende force a way back into it? They look like they're on the back foot. They know how to come back. They know how to deal with such fixtures. They know how to get the right keys to unlock. And you can see the celebrations from the Amus camp starting to get a little bit stronger. They are looking at the very last minute of this fixture, but of course there is still more time. A minute sometimes can be like a lifetime in a fixture like this. It will be a yellow card for the goalkeeper. Time-wasting tactics there from the Amus College School goalkeeper and referee. Not making any mistake, but giving a yellow card to Sinalia Ben. And of course they've given possession away cheaply. So that is Amus College. Still holding on tight to that ball, but playing there around with fire. And it's going to be a throw in. We are in the very last seconds of the fixture. Waiting to see how this one ends. Amus College still having 1 goal up. St. Mary's desperate for a response. They do have red shirts about. Can they find an equalizer? Straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Very much into the last seconds. Are we seeing another champion of the FEASSA Boys Football Final? We are just this close and waiting for the referee's whistle. They are waiting for the referee's whistle. Everyone is waiting. Who will be the champion? Will it be Amus College? They have a foot forward, but can they finish the job? It's that man in the center now to make the call, but we are already past time added. And it's going to be a huge celebration if Amus College manage to land this plane. And without a doubt, we do have a new champion of the FEASSA Games, the footballs or the boys football, and it's Amus College who stand heads and shoulders above all the rest to claim their title. They did manage to score a goal by Abdul Razak Muzamil in the 47th minute, and now they send the crowd wild. The FEASSA plane has properly been landed in the boys football final, and Amus College finally get the better of St. Mary's SS Kitende. Huge celebrations in this area, and of course I'm sure it's gonna be dancing and drinking and eating, but of course, as you can see, that they've done the job. For a moment they didn't look as favorites coming into this fixture. Of course, yesterday's performance was a signal to any other contender that they did have a chance to try and make their name or pick their names among East Africa's finest. And as you can see, that celebrations from both the locals and also the fans, the players, the coaching staff, everyone involved. They've managed to retain the trophy home. They did give us a proper organization. And finally, Amus College School claimed the title of the FEASSA Games Boys Football 2024. It will be they who will be going into celebrations. Well, nonetheless, we're starting to see animated scenes, but we hope that everything is brought to calm as, well, everyone now, you can expect passions to go a little up. I'm sure everything will be brought to order. Not an ending you want, but well, the fans will continue their celebrations even off the school campus. They've managed to retain the title here, and at full time in the FEASSA Games Boys Football Final, it is Amus College who claimed the title. It is Amus College 1 and St. Mary's SS Kitende 0.